Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Crypto Takeover, coming back with another Bitcoin video for y'all again. Bitcoin kind of trending sideways as of right now. After our recent dump from that 10K top area. So what can we expect moving forward from here? Are we going to continue out sideways, maybe make another leg up or down? Let's go over the charts again today. So if y'all are brand new to this channel, we make a charting video on Bitcoin every single day on this channel. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video that we make. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts and get started. All right, so we're checking out our 15-minute time frame as of right now. We're kind of seeing a little bit of less volatility. We're still ranging in between some areas as of right now. Our support resistance is right at about 8,500 all the way up to about the 8,900 area. So as you can see right now, we're kind of testing that 8,900, battling it out right now with the bulls and bears at 8,900. Our VWAP's currently at about the 8,700 positioning. So the bulls do seem to be in control as of today. You can see here that once the daily candle opened, we've really just been coming back down to retest the VWAP, then bouncing off from that too as well. So looking relatively nice here in the short term for the bulls as of right now. Our 30-minute also kind of looking that same way as well too. We are kind of getting a little bit of a bullish cross here on our 30-minute, so that's definitely something that we can keep an eye on moving forward from here on out. The last time we had a bullish cross was all the way back here before we started our run up at about that, let's see, where were we at? Right around there. 8,800. So right around where we're at now. So we're really going to have to see if we have enough momentum to and enough volume to get us up back into maybe that 9K area for all those Vegeta memers out there. 45-minute also looking like the money flow is ready to start moving into that greenish territory as of right now, maybe indicating a bullish cross could happen here pretty soon. So that's yet to be determined. We're still going to jump into our higher time frames to see what they might be telling us too. I don't like to get stuck too much into the lower time frames, being that we are kind of in a crazy, wick area. When Bitcoin likes to make these big drops here, it really just means that, price can go either direction really quick, as you've seen here. We went all the way up to test 82 or 8,300, and then we had another big sell-off right after that. So who's to say that that's not to happen again? Maybe just a little bit more precise as to, or a little bit slower of price action to where we run up, maybe to test that 9K area again, and then we continue downward. So our 1 hour is telling us that money flow is still moving into that greenish territory. Volume's picking up just a tad bit. So definitely a good indication that the bulls do want to maybe try and push that price up just again a tad bit, a little bit more. So 90-minute also, money flow is kind of rounding off here, maybe looking like it's ready to turn green soon enough. We'll see. And then also we can see that our blue wave hasn't really quite topped out yet. So in all honesty, we could see 9K by the end of the evening. That's a firm possibility. We can see here though that our EMAs are getting squeezed here on our 90-minute. So whether or not we want to cross bullish here, or if we get a squeeze and then we bounce back the other direction, that's yet to be determined. We're just going to have to keep an eye on the charts to see what might happen from there on out. If y'all are interested in trading with us and trading with me, learning about my ins and outs of the markets, learning what my favorite altcoins are that I'm accumulating, I provide private videos in the Patreon page for y'all. And then also I have a Discord server. And in that Discord server, I have a private channel in there specifically for my trading group members only. So if y'all are interested in that, feel free to check out the Patreon page. I list everything that y'all are offered inside of the perks. So feel free to check that out if y'all are interested. So as of right now, that's full price, and we'll continue on from there. But if y'all have any questions about it, feel free to message me. And then also I do provide a service through the YouTube membership. So YouTube membership allows you to basically will allow me to give you a analysis on different charts using the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace. And if y'all want that service, y'all can sign up through the YouTube membership page. If y'all don't want to pay for the Patreon page, it's a little bit more expensive through the Patreon page anyways. So if y'all just want to have a chart reading on a favorite chart that y'all are trading, whether it's traditional markets or whether it's fiat markets or altcoins, I'd be glad to give that to y'all. So sign up through the YouTube membership page and then direct message me if y'all have any questions. Then also I offer a newsletter. The newsletter is free to sign up for if y'all are interested in that. So feel free to check out that link in the description box as well too. So as we can get back to the charts here, we are seeing that, we could get the squeeze here pretty soon. And then maybe price might give us a clearer direction of where it wants to go based off that squeeze and where we squeeze out of. Same here on our 2 hour. Our 2 hours putting in a blue triangle, but money flow starting to round off into that reddish area too. So how much of a red money flow are we going to get? We had some trigger waves down here on our 2 hour as well, indicating that we were getting ready to basically slingshot forward from here. So we are currently in our trading group. We are anticipating a move, but we are in a macro move right now. So we kind of have a low leverage position set up and just being ready for whatever may occur from there. So as of right now, it does look like, hey, maybe, we want to push up a little bit higher, probably to refill a little bit half of that CME gap that was left at 10K. If we're going to get all the way back up to 10K, we're going to need quite a bit of volume to push us back up there. And so as we move into our 3 hour hasn't given us a red money flow just yet. But as you can see, it's been rounding off just a tad bit here as we start to zoom out even more. So that's something that we need to keep an eye on there to see whether or not we're going to have enough momentum to push us back through. But our blue wave here is looking relatively bullish. A nice big push to the upside here, a nice big deep cut to bring us back up maybe a little bit higher and move forward from there. So definitely 9K could be in the works. We'll have to see exactly what the market wants to give us from here on out. I did want to look back at some of our buy and sell signals here. So it looks like we're getting buy signals all the way up, even past our 4 hour right now too. We're getting a nice little squeeze here. Now I thought that we were going to squeeze a little bit bearish here, but it looks like the bulls did want to take this back up to the upside. So a little bit of a fake out in our squeeze. It squeezed below and then wick back above our 13 EMA here. So that's something that we need to keep an eye on too. Money flows also kind of rounding off just a tad bit, but still consolidating out to the side. Maybe one more gasp of air for the bulls before anything else happens. Maybe that push back up to that 9K area or that 9100 area is a firm possibility. Looking at our 6 hour here, our 6 hour, we are getting kind of a little bit of that squeeze here between our two key EMAs. Money flow is also kind of rounding off just a tad bit, but we will have to wait to see exactly if we bust back up above our key EMA here, or if we start to trim back below and get this squeeze between our 100. It looks like our 100 EMA is being of pretty major support for us at about that 8400 area, although we did wick below it a few times to even retest some of this trend line support that we had over here. This is pretty major trend line support for us for the most part. So we really do need to keep an eye on this. I think it was in our log scale. There we go. Yeah, in our log scale, you can see that we've had very strong support here on our trend line. Now, if we break below this, that's going to be a very good indication that we will probably end up moving further down. So some consolidation out to the side here, and this triangle pattern that we have is a very firm possibility. We could get some bounces in between here, maybe that bounce back up to that 9K or that 9500 area, if even at all possible. If the bulls do want to take it back up to that area, that could be a possibility. Our 6 hour, if we start to move back up above our zero pivot, even on our blue wave here, that could send us back up to that 9500 area. That's for sure. And then, we'll have to see whether or not we could, break through that 10K area of major resistance for us. So, this line starts to lower a little bit every once in a while, but it's still sitting at about that 9900 area. And we're going to have to maybe have the substantial amount of volume to kind of break through there if you are a bullish person right now, based on pre-halvening. So by the way, happy halvening to everyone. I wanted to say that it was definitely it's been a ride. It's been fun the past couple of years. So This is actually one of the first happenings that I'm sitting through, being in this space for almost 3 years now, but not getting in during the second happening, but in between those two. So I'm glad y'all are here to join me through that happening, and glad to have y'all on the channel. And so also the Discord server is free to join. If y'all are interested in joining it, feel free to check out the links in the description box. But you need to make sure that you do abide by the rules and guidelines. So when you join, when you click the link to join the Discord server, you'll be brought to a welcome page. Just make sure that you read through the rules and guidelines, and then you'll click the little green checkbox in the bottom of it, and then you'll have access to the full server. So that's also free to join if you want, but then you have to sign up for the Patreon page if you want to join our trading group. And then also the Telegram channel is available if y'all just want to stay up to date with things that I have going on. Feel free to join the Telegram channel, and I like to post a bunch of different things. Sometimes I'll even post, what I'm seeing on the charts, maybe give y'all a little bit of a heads up on what might be coming later on in the future. So moving on into our 8-hour here, we're still getting quite a bit of buy signals here on some of these mid time frames. So that could be pretty bullish for us, honestly. This buy signal here, it's still telling us that, hey, the bulls haven't given up just yet, but if we can make it back above this EMA here at about that 8,950 area, I would imagine we're probably going to be duking it out pretty heavily here in the short term, probably through the whole next week. Through the rest of this week, we'll probably be dueling it out pretty heavily, maybe even the rest of the month of May, to try and fight to stay above 9K, if anything. Even here on our 12-hour sitting at about 9K, our EMA there. So I would definitely think that 9K is going to be a struggle for us. If we can break up above 9K, then I would look for 9,500 at least. And then wait to see if we can hold support above 9,500 to maybe come back up and refill that CME gap. Our 21 hours giving us a little bit of a doji candle here too. So that's a nice firm possibility that we could even trend out sideways. I definitely feel like that we'll probably trend sideways out of this symmetrical triangle that we have here. And then from there, we'll have to see exactly what Bitcoin wants to do. But it does look like we will probably be finding a little bit of a support and resistance here through this triangle that we are currently in, or through this wedge that we are currently in, and then decide what's going to happen from there on out. As we move into our daily time frame, we can still see that our blue wave was starting to give us a little bit of a sell-off. And this was one thing that was really concerning to me, just how deep of a slice this was to the downside here. It definitely is going to take a lot from the bulls to kind of recover this, especially on the daily. So I'm keeping an eye on the daily. The fact that we dipped down so low here on our light blue wave, and then on our blue wave, it's still kind of trending down to the downside. This is a little bit of concernment to me, but our money flow is still keeping us afloat here. Once we get to that zero pivot point with our blue wave, we're going to have to see whether or not we can come back up and maybe turn bullish from there on out. But we are getting a sell signal here on our daily as well, maybe even dripping below that 13 EMA there. It looks like we are trying to maybe close back up above it, but as of right now, finding some resistance on it moving forward from here. So that's going to be another indication of that 8,800 area. If we can close back above it, maybe by the end of the day or going on into tomorrow, that'll be a nice possibility of whether or not we want to continue our move to the top side. I did want to see exactly where our 21 EMA is at. I know that's another one that we like to look at here. In our 21 EMA, we're still holding support on it, as y'all can see right now. So that's another good indication that the bulls haven't really lost all their control just yet, but maybe starting to fade out just a tad bit. If y'all do want to upgrade your trading view plan, I use the premium plan. If y'all do have Market Cipher by CryptoFace, and I always forget how to tell y'all, go to CryptoFace's channel, and you can find out how to get the indicator from there too. But if y'all are using Market Cipher, feel free to check out at least the Pro Plus plan. It allows you to have a few more indicators on the screen, such as the buy and sell signals that I have here, and then also the Aldo EMAs that I have, which are both custom indicators that I tell you how to set up inside of the Patreon page. So I have probably about 20 different private videos in there, or private posts that y'all can also check out, and most of them are letting y'all know how to set up the trading view the way I have it too, so that way we can keep an eye on each other's charts and know what we're all looking at, right? And then also, I use a 3 commas bot if 3 commas wants to load for me. I use the 3 commas bot here. If y'all are interested in that, feel free to check it out and learn how to set up your own DCA bots. If y'all want to check out the ledger and make sure that you have your coins stored off an exchange, remember, not your keys, not your coins. You want to make sure that you at least have a Ledger Nano X or S, and that you are keeping your crypto safe. If y'all want to learn a little bit more about leverage trading, I use Bybit, and Bybit is a platform that most of us use inside of the trading group as well. So feel free to check out the Bybit application, links in the description box. Just make sure that you use the testnet first. It allows you to paper trade BTC, just to make sure that you understand the platform and all the buttons that are on here too as well. And then make sure that you're profitable and that your algorithm is working for you, right? And then also Prime XBT is another leverage trading account, or another leverage trading exchange that y'all can use. And it allows you to trade S&P 500, gold and silver, some fiat currencies, all using Bitcoin. So it's pretty interesting. Feel free to check that out. The Brave browser is a cool browser that allows you to browse the web ad-free. Only, accessing, it can allow you to opt into the Brave ads, and if you click on the Brave ads in the bottom right hand corner, you get paid out in BAT token at the beginning of every single month. So I recently just withdrew my BAT token. The BAT token did have a nice little run up there, but I think I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit longer before I decide to sell. But I'm definitely in nice accumulation of the BAT token by using this Brave browser platform too as well. It's made by the same people that make Mozilla Firefox, and it's super convenient. So I highly encourage y'all to check it out if you are a crypto enthusiast. And then also the CryptoTab browser allows you to mine Bitcoin straight from your web browser. So it's basically another browser that you can download if you'd like to. And it just allows you to mine Bitcoin in a passive way, basically just running in the background of the computer. I have it running on 2 different laptops that I don't really use anymore necessarily. And then also you can download the app on your iPhone or in the Google Play Store if you'd like to as well. And you don't have to worry about setting up ASIC miners or ANT miners or anything like that. You just leave this running in the background process, and then it'll start mining Bitcoin for you. So pretty interesting if y'all want to check that out too as well. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And we will go ahead and finish off the charts. Don't forget to join the Patreon page if y'all do want to trade with us, and stay up to date with all my ins and outs of the markets as well. I provide a trading bot in there that will give you about 2 to 3 trade setups per week, basically when to sell and when to buy. So that is another perk that y'all will get in there too as well. And then also, so we're going back into the charts, looking at our Bitstamp chart here too. Let's take a look at our 2-day. Our 2-day is giving us that sell signal. So this went off on us yesterday. And I did tell the group that I was like, hey, if you're longing, just be safe. But this is another kind of indication that we could be in gear and setting up for something, of a substantial, nice little sell-off too. But, this was another thing that I wanted to point out. We had our sell signal here. It didn't really send us, too much we had a little bit of a sell-off, and then we bounced back again, and we made another run up. So that could also happen. I think if I was to start to see, this is our, we haven't had, we had the red dot a couple days ago, I think on Sunday. And so now we're starting to wait to see if we're going to have bounce back or not. Now, I would want to look to see if our VWAP is starting to clip back up. But as of right now, it's still pretty angled to the downside. So no sign of any clear reversal just yet to continue our little bull run that we were having. But this was very nice support for us with this bullish cross, and we did have a bullish cross here. We are a little bit more extended than we were back here, so if we start to dip below that key EMA there and make start trending below it at least, we're going to have to be a little bit concerned moving forward. You can see that our money flow is also kind of in a downwards angle here too. Not as bullish as we were here with our money flow ready to start moving up into that greenish area. This looks a little bit more like a bearish setup, but our money flow will probably try and keep us afloat for a little bit longer. We're going to have to see if we put in a green dot, then I might change my opinion. But as of right now, we're pretty overextended even on our blue waves, and our blue waves are telling us that during this overextension area, you know, when these red dots do occur, it likes to just send us back down to the downside. So, you know, that's another bearish case scenario. And then even as I start to zoom out into these higher time frames, we can really tell that you know, the bearish setups are maybe getting ready to occur. Huge doji candle here on our 3-day, you know, so we just need to be ready for whatever. We do have a red dot here on our 3-day as well. Now, what I thought was kind of interesting is that, you know, given that we were in the red territory here, we still had this nice little run up. The fact that we are moving into that greenish area, we could be a little bit more bullish moving forward from here. But, you know, this is a pretty big doji candle. I would say that it probably has a little bit more sentiment than people are thinking right now too. So we really need to kind of, you know, keep a keen eye on what might be happening here. Even on our 4-day, our 4-day is getting ready to maybe put in a red dot here pretty soon too. And I would say that, you know, based here, we did have our red dot. We were moving into that reddish territory too. Now we're moving into the greenish territory, but we're still getting a red dot. It's a lower high as well. So I'm a little sketch right now to think that we could have any more bullish run, but we are keeping a keen eye on things in these time frames. Same with our 5-day lower highs on our blue waves. So yeah, we're definitely keeping an eye on things. If anything, we kind of have to take this market for what it is right now. The halving just happened. People are kind of unsure. People don't know whether or not to be bullish or bearish. I think the market makers are still trying to decide whether or not they want to continue this run up or not as well. So we're really gonna have to play this day by day, and probably by the end of the week we'll have a clearer direction of what exactly wants to happen. So I'll keep y'all posted. I make a video every single day on this channel, and I want to thank y'all for coming back. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, comment down below third halving, and I know that y'all stuck around to the end of the video. So thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one, and CTO signing out. See y'all later.